Tim Black. Tim Black. Tim Black.
Can we get a little bit of love in the house? Man. This thing is crazy. This is, I don't even know. I don't know. Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to Tim Black Ignite Show. It's Thursday. Lord have mercy, it's Thursday, and I've been cranking it out, man. I ran into some issues though. I don't know. My people on Blog Talk Radio, Stitcher Radio, iTunes, my bad, y'all. My bad. They've been listening to dead air. They've been listening to dead air. Hold up, that ain't a clap. That's something else. That's what that is. But we back. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? What's up, Twitch? What's up, Periscope? What's up, Tim Black's Wolfpack in the house? Yeah. Need a little bit of water. Phone lines will be open tonight. Look, guys, I got three things. The FBI agent Strozak testimony at the house. Wow, right? Got to cover that. This is man, we got to cover that. Gosh, I did a video on Emmett Till. For some reason, I uploaded it. I don't know where it's at. I can't find it on my YouTube. I uploaded it. I worked really hard on it, and it's just gone. But it's up there because I tried to re-upload it. It says it's already up here. It's already here, man. Now go look. It's not there, but they say it's there. Something's going on. And Sarah Palin was recently fooled by a comedian. A lot of voters were fooled into voting for Sarah Palin, so we're even. Wowza. So, guys, what should we start with? Let me make sure everybody's cool, everybody can hear, man, because this is, look, I don't know, man. It's just craziness. It's what it is. I'm not even on my YouTube channel. I didn't even update the YouTube channel with the thing. I didn't do it, man. It's got the old picture up. It's got the old YouTube picture up. Let's see, man. Let's see. Boy, I tell you, I just keep going. Sorry about that, guys. What's up, A-Mares? Thomas Almy? What's going on? Hope things are working. I got the yellow. Oh, man, I'm streaming in 60p. I record in 60p now, but I don't know if the YouTube likes 60p. In fact, I'm pretty sure they don't. I got a lot of power going through there right now. That's what's going on. So YouTube people in the house, good to have you. Freedom Fighter, they can hear me loud and clear. Sabra, I'm seeing you on YouTube right now. Thank you, Sabra. McMar. Let's see what's happening on Facebook. I got to check these things because we'll get going good, and I'll think everything's cool. And if it wasn't for Marvin calling me the other day, I wouldn't even known the phones were down. So, we got to go verify stuff. It's just the nature of the internet. Sometimes things will be right, sometimes they won't be. So let's see. And I've been getting told by so many of my friends that they get no notifications. They get nothing. Wow. What's going on, man? There's some beefing going on Facebook. You guys, man. Oh, man, I can't even get to the damn page, man. There's some beefing going on Facebook. Drama alert. Uh-oh. I try to stay out of beef. Can we officially say Tim Black has had his share of beef? I don't even know if I'm on Facebook right now. I don't know. I don't know if I'm on Facebook, guys. Am I even on Facebook? I'm not even on Facebook. I wasn't even on Facebook. I told you guys, I got to go check everything. All right, so now we're on Facebook. Look, guys, Facebook, how y'all doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the party. It was already underway. It was already streaming. We was already getting it in. So thank you for joining me, Facebook peoples. And that wasn't even Facebook's fault. There's a button you got to hit that says, do it now. I'm going to do it live. Like, you got to hit that button or nothing will happen. And I just saw like a hang, like it froze. It just froze. It's like, Tim Black. Trying to tell y'all, man. These things happen. So William's up in the house. Jacqueline's in the house. Beth is in the house. Michael's in the house. What's up? All right. Man, oh man. So look, we got a couple of things I want to hit tonight. I want to talk about the FBI agent Strozak, his testimony, what's going on with that. I printed out a lot of that stuff so we can kind of go through it together. We got I did a video about Emmett Till, you know, the notorious murder that they say ushered in the civil rights movement. Emmett Till, the 14-year-old that was killed in Mississippi. I did a video on that. I uploaded it to the YouTube, and then it just went away. It's just gone. It's not up there. But I can't put a new one up there, but it's not there. So I don't know what's going on, man. I have no idea. I had to figure it out. But I got all the Emmett Till information in my head because I did a lot of research on it, and I just like really, you know, was cramming what I didn't know about, like the people. There's things about it that I didn't know. Okay. Also, Sarah Palin was recently fooled by a comedian. And you may have missed this joke, but I'll say it again. That's okay, because a lot of voters were fooled by her. So I think we're even right now because, yeah, give it up for that. They thought she was different. They thought she wasn't as dumb as she was sounding. Man. You know, that whole Sarah Palin thing, it's like John McCain's people was like, look, you're old, man. You're old and uninteresting. And if you want a shot, you got to go with this. If you want a shot, you got to go with this because you need somebody to liven it up for you. He was like, oh, man, I got to go with her. I don't think John McCain felt good about that. I don't think he did. Okay, so, but for her, it was a great come up, right? It was a great come up. I mean, you never know. She had to take her shot, get on the world stage. And ever since then, she's been on the world stage. And what does Sarah Palin do exactly? You know, what does she do exactly? I mean, really, what does she do? I don't understand what she does. Does she write books? Does she have I think she had a show at some point, a podcast or something. I don't know, man. So basically, she's me. I've written a couple books. They haven't been long books, but they didn't need to be long. I have a show. She has a show. So basically, we're even. All right. So let's go with the FBI, guys. Let's go with the FBI for 200. We'll take the FBI for 200. Okay, so for months, guys, for months and months and months, I've been hearing people talk about this guy Strozak, and he was going to have to testify. He was going to have to answer for his actions, answer for these text messages. And I got to admit, some of the text messages look damaging. They look damning for this FBI agent. And it's just weird. If you look at what different news organizations are saying about his testimony, you come away with vastly two different ideas of what's going on. Right? Which is always the case. Embattled FBI agent who oversaw the opening of the Russia investigated mounted an aggressive defense of himself and the FBI on Thursday, rejecting accusations that he let his private political views bias his official actions and labeling Republicans' preoccupation with him another victory notch in Putin's belt. Ooh. Yeah. That part I saw, and I thought that was wacky, to say the least. I mean, people blame Russia for everything. Now they say, if you don't like me, or if you grill me, if you hold me accountable for me, you are helping Putin. See how that works? If you hold Peter Strzok account for him, not what somebody else did, what he did, what he texted, what he said in text, his own actions, then you are actually helping Putin. That doesn't, like, I wish that would work for me. I wish I could say to my wife, hey, if you hold me responsible for not lifting the lid of the toilet, you are helping Putin. That's right. That's what you're doing. You're a traitor to America. If you hold me responsible for remembering your birthday. Come on now. Remembering anniversaries, you holding me responsible. For not remembering our anniversary, man, you are supporting Jack the Ripper. You are in bed with Jack the Ripper. That's what you are doing. You are supporting the evil. You're supporting fracking and just start throwing stuff out. How it makes sense, it don't have to. All right. You know, Strzok's text messages, for him to say you are helping Putin, look, let's dig into that for one. Let's go a little deeper with that. Putin didn't send the text messages. You did, sir. You sent the text messages, right? You know, if you are an FBI agent in charge of an investigation and you say in the text, we'll stop Trump, what are people supposed to think? Who is we, mofo? Who is we? If someone, I don't know, if there's a party going on and you say, we'll be right there, I'm thinking you're talking about a group of people. I'm not thinking you're talking about just you or your private thoughts or just your little, if you say, we'll be over there, I'm thinking it's you and everybody else. And if you belong to a group of people, FBI, that gives people the impression that you mean the FBI is going to stop them. To be so disingenuous in that, so remember, guys, like today I got accused of being a Trump collaborator. If I was a Trump collaborator, I'd be at 130,000 subscribers right now. People subscribe to me and then I say something about Trump, they unsubscribe. Happens all the time, man. Happens all the time. It's happening as I speak. But what I'm saying is this has nothing to do about party politics. Truth is truth. People don't want truth. They want their side to win. That's what the hell they want. And then there's a bunch of other people who just don't want to hear about politics at all. Peter Strzok, putting all politics aside, come on, guys, make it make sense, man. Come on, Facebook, make it make sense. You said we'll stop him. Can you, in good conscience and fairness, say, I can see how you could get that impression? At least say that, guys. Come on, Facebook. At least say, I can see why you might feel the way you feel. I say stuff like that all the time. If I was you, I would feel like you do. And I say it about things that are less damning. Like I just say, okay, you know what? Fine. If I was you, I might see it that way. In fact, I would see it that way because I would be you. I wouldn't be me. I'd be you. And from your vantage point, it may appear to be this way, but this is not the way it is. That is not what I meant. Instead, you're helping Putin. I think it's just BS, guys. Facebook, what you think? Is that BS? Where's the evidence that Putin influenced the election? Oh, I'm still waiting on that. I'm still waiting on it. Well, these people said he did. Okay, where's the evidence? Well, 17 intelligence agencies all say. Then when I dig into that, it's 3, not 17. Okay? And people just keep repeating 17. They just love the number 17. Sexy and 17. Dun, 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 dun. All right. But you get what I'm saying. They love the number 17, man. Still jailbait. Leave her alone. But you get what I'm getting at, man? You get what I'm saying? So you dig into, the more you dig into stuff, the more you find holes. These people are still saying, like, I'm like, okay, the 3, you say there's 3 agencies. Fine, okay, fine. Malcolm Nance, whatever his name. Malcolm, where's the evidence, bruh? You go on Joy Reid's show every weekend. You say the same things, but there is no evidence. If Trump and Putin had a thing, they got a thing going on. If they had a thing going on, and I would gladly make video content champion for his impeachment, but you have failed to present the evidence. It's been over 2 years. People kept saying, well, Mueller is just, he's working on it. You need to be patient, Tim Black. Damn it, Tim Black, you're so impatient. You need to wait. Things take time. It's been 2 years, man. I don't care about Paul Manafort. I didn't even know who he was. I didn't care about Papadopoulos. I don't know who he is. This was about Trump. All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. You know, like, I get on it. I'm going on the thing. I don't know why we can't. Why people get to just conflate everything. Well, there was some Russians who took out Facebook ads. Okay. Fine. I'll concede. Yes, they did. Okay, fine. You showed me that, fine. That changed the election? They said it didn't change the election. All right, I'm sorry. Tangent. Tim, your shows are hard to follow. That's because I'm so great. You can't follow me, man. You don't want to come after me. You got to come up there second after this? Oh, man. No, Tim, we mean you jump around too damn much is what we're trying to get at. It's a different kind of don't want to follow you. Can't follow you. Drop breadcrumbs next time you're going to switch subjects. All right, so back to the testimony. I just don't like just reading to you. I know other people read and people like it. They're like, this is entertaining. I'm like, what? Guy just sitting there reading? That's boring as hell. Who wants to be read to? I hate doing it. That's why now my new video style, I'm not even sitting down. I got to know the content code. I do it standing up. Damn. Let me be clear, unequivocally and under oath. Not once in my 26 years of defending my nation did my personal opinions impact any official action I took. Now, you bastards, stop messing up my life. Are they buying it? Are they buying it, baby? Are they buying it? Do I look insulted enough? Wipe your nose a couple times and you know, look really serious about it. Glare at them a little. But in defending himself and his agency, Mr. Strozek had to weather hours of blistering attacks by Republicans who accused him not only of personal animus towards President Trump, but also of blatantly lying in moral misconduct with a senior FBI lawyer, Lisa Page. Folks, Have you seen the footage of this exchange? Man, this is reality show TV stuff, guys. And you know what? In case you missed it, I got it for you. I have this for you. I'm going to share this with you right now because I think you want to see it. I believe that you would like to see this. Yes, you would. You would like to see for yourself. So let me see if I can find it. This looks like it.
And you have come in here and said, I had no bias. And you do it with a straight face. And I watched you in the private testimony you gave. And I told some of the other guys, he is really good. He's lying. He knows, we know he's lying. And he could probably pass a polygraph. It's amazing.
Mr. Chairman.
No, this is my
Mr.
time,
Chairman, I'm sorry.
Point of order.
This point of order.
No.
The gentleman will state his point of order.
A member of this committee just asserted that this witness, who is under oath and a former agent of the FBI, lied. There is no evidence that. I ask him to withdraw it.
I do not withdraw it. He is not a member of Congress. It's not a violation of the rule. And just as you have been expressing bias through your members about what a hero
there is not a
gentleman
single person on this committee who has ever characterized a witness
Gentleman
as
from
lying.
Rhode Island.
Gentleman,
it's my time.
That's a disgrace.
Gentleman from Rhode Island will
Praise
suspend.
him. No, the disgrace
Mr.
is what this man has done.
The gentleman from Texas will suspend for a moment.
There is the disgrace. And it won't be recaptured anytime soon because of the damage you've done to the justice system. And I've talked to FBI agents around the country. You've embarrassed them. You've embarrassed yourself. And I can't help but wonder when I see you looking there with a little smirk, how many times did you look so innocent into your wife's eye and lie to her about Lisa?
Mr. Chairman, this is outrageous.
Credibility of a witness
Shame
is
on you,
always
Mr.
an
Chairman.
issue.
Mr. Chairman, please, there's
Mr. Chairman, this is intolerable harassment of the witness.
What's wrong with that? You need your medication.
The gentleman controls.
That happened. That happened, guys. That is amazing. I told you, man, it's like a reality show. LG went hard. LG put his foot all the way up Strozak behind parts. Listen, that's dirty pool, though. That's right. I'll call it what it is. That's dirty pool. The reason why all of those other House or all those other Congress people were like, no, I can't believe you said that. Because most of them are some cheating bastards too. You can't use my infidelity against me to kind of establish if I'm moral. If I'm, you can't do that. That's hardball. That's hardball right there, man. That is hardball to do that. That brother went hard in the paint. You hear me? That is, why would ever, lying Strojak. Oh my God. Listen. Who said lying Strojak? Jeremy? Did Jeremy say it? Pete said it? Pete Brandon, Bethlehem. Listen. That is cold-hearted stuff though, man. That's cold-hearted stuff. And you know what? How do you think he was going to avoid being pushed to the mat on that? Come on, how are you going to avoid that? Dude, but I'm saying it's still cold-hearted to bring it up, especially the way he brought it up. LG, I think it's Louis Gohmert. That's below the belt right there. That's a kidney punch at least. They say it was a remarkable day of shouting matches and personal attacks that showcased the deep partisan divide over the federal investigation into whether the Trump campaign colluded with Russia to influence the outcome of the 2016 presidential elections. And you know what? This moved us no closer to it. Now, I haven't gone through everything. I've been in production. But somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Have we really moved? Like, has there been enough evidence to indict Trump or charge Trump? Has there been enough evidence on this Peter guy? I think it's obvious he had a bias towards Trump based on what I saw. Are there people that want to argue differently? Are there, I want to know. I mean, I don't mean MSNBC or CNN people or CBS people or ABC people. I mean regular people that watch. Because I'd like to hear that other side if someone could say, Tim, no, man, this Peter guy's straight arrow. He's calling it straight. He didn't have... I think he should, if he was just honest and said, you know what? I didn't want Trump to win, and I detest Donald Trump. If he said that. Instead, he's making it seem like that's not even the case. So that's really a mockery, like, you're like calling people idiots. Well, you get what I'm saying? It's like if I think it's obvious. I think we all can agree based on what we've looked at. If you know anything about this case. But the fact that he won't admit that he's not only not only did he want Trump not to win, but he has no respect for him at all. That's what was shown in the text. But when he said like we, I meant like us, the American people, are not going to let him. And I think he said something to that extent. I did see a clip of Strozak like defending himself. And it seemed like he was adamant, like, and I was talking about the American people. And there's no way but then he went there with Trump when he offended a veteran. It was right after he offended a veteran. I said, there's no way we're going to let him. And then, so now he pulls in all the vets. And I told you in the earlier broadcast, I was saying how when they really want to shut you up, they bring the vets in. They make it about veterans, though we don't take care of veterans in this country. Strozak would have no reason. If you support veterans and you feel that strongly about them, that's enough reason for you not to support any president who has ever been in office. We send them to war for no reason, no good reason, at least not for them. It's never a good reason for them. We don't take care of them when they come back, right? We got veterans dying, suicide rate like 20 a day on average? 20 a day on average. So if you really felt appalled about, the way our veterans are treated, not what Trump said. See, this is the thing, guys, right? And this is the thing, and it's part of the problem that we deal with all the time. People focus on what Trump says. I try to focus on what he does. Sometimes I will comment briefly on what he says. But the things you do, right, are more important. More important for that to really be looked at. So if Strozak was if he had so much respect for the military, if you feel like the military is disrespected and Trump did that, and for that he wanted to burn down Trump's candidacy, we got to stop him. This guy is un-American. He said this about a veteran. He's horrible. A Gold Star veteran. He's horrible that he would say that. Okay, dude. Well, then how could you want Hillary to be president when she's endorsed by a president who sent a lot of our veterans into harm's way for no damn good reason? As an FBI agent, you don't get to act like one of these people who don't know what's going on. You don't get to act like, I get people all the time who don't know what's going on. They say things, but they get a pass because a lot of them just don't know. If you're Peter Strozak, you work for the FBI, you know more than I do. You definitely know more than I do. You cannot pretend not to know basic things like, we were bombing 2 countries, now we're bombing 7. You can't pretend not to know that. But he's fine with that. Were the text messages, since you're such a supporter of our military, were the text messages you ripping Obama a new butthole because you don't like that we're deploying troop after troop after troop to areas he said he was going to bring them home from. Where is that text message? Because you said you felt everything you did, everything you felt about Trump was based on your disgust with him about how he talked about a veteran, a 5-star veteran. But there are no text messages showing your utter disgust for us unnecessarily making new veterans and not taking care of the veterans we have. These are just questions. And that's in no way a defense of Donald Trump. This is about Peter's testimony. That's what he said. That's what he said. All right. So the Democrats are saying that the Republicans are saying the Democrats are both sides blame both sides for politically motivated attacks. That's how they want to frame this entire discussion. The public comments were Mr. Strozak's first since volumes of private text messages between him and Mrs. Page were disclosed in a report by the Justice Department Inspector General that found no evidence that their personal views had swayed the outcome of the Hillary Clinton email case. The agent concluded his opening remarks on Thursday with a pointed broadside against his antagonizers. Excuse me, guys. Now, this is what he says. He says, this is Strozak. I understand we're living in a political era in which insults and insinuation often drown out honesty and integrity. I have the utmost respect for Congress's oversight role, but I truly believe that today's hearing is just another victory notch in Putin's belt, another milestone in our enemy's campaign to tear America apart. I want people to know I'm not in this to win popularity contests. I'm not. It's just, this sounds like BS. First he used the vets. Now he used the Russia. How about use the truth, man? How about just use the truth? But I know you can't do it, can you? No one can just be honest. No one can be truthful. Well, you know what? I understand this immense pressure to cover one's ass. I get it. There's immense pressure to cover one's ass. I see it all the time. People are hedging. They're making statements that could go either way because they want to make inroads over there or make inroads over there. People do it a lot. But I'm going to call you out for it. Peter sounds like a manipulator. And he's manipulating the people. And what I don't like is Democrats are smart enough to see through that. Come on, man. A party label doesn't make you an idiot. You can still think, why does he need to bring this type of artillery to defend himself? The more you defend yourself, the more guilty you look. That's how I look at it. Think what you want to think. That's how I would approach it. But I would be telling the truth. I would just say I didn't want Trump. I didn't. I despise him. Didn't want him to be president. But did I do anything to stop that? No. No, I didn't. He concluded that as someone who loves this country and cherishes its ideals, it's profoundly painful to watch and even worse to play a part in. Okay. I'm not saying that he doesn't love his country. Right? I'm not saying that. One point is, now, to anyone who's not a part of this, like you're like me, you're sort of like, you're not in you haven't gone out and said, I'm voting for Trump in 2020. I'm a Trumper. Like, you haven't done that. And you're also not I want Hillary to run again. I want Hillary. Like, if you're not in that, maybe you'll respect this. the FBI could be seen as being a part of some type of scheme to stop Trump, okay? Just because you know that this guy, Mr. Peter, you know Peter Strzok, he worked with other people. And he doesn't run the FBI. So are his feelings and his sentiments shared by others in the FBI? Now, don't dismiss what I'm saying just because it sounds Alex Jones-ish. I'm just saying, is that possible? I think it's possible. I think it's possible for people to have agendas. People have agendas all the time. Or to say, oh, no, well, I'm a person of high integrity and ethics, and I would never let my agenda, my personal feelings, get in the way of my job. I think that is BS. I think it happens. I never tell people I have no, like that I tell people straight up, like what I believe in. I try to give you the facts, but then I give you me. Right? As long as you open about it, what's the problem? Everybody has some bias. What I don't like is these people that pretend to be, we're just going to call it straight, and they got a whole lot of bias. And their bias is in what they cover. Their bias is the vantage point from which they cover it and what they omit. What I'm saying about Peter Strzok in the FBI, you do not have to be kooky. You do not have to be a conspiracy theorist. You also do not have to be a Trump supporter to look at this and go, you know what? It don't look good for the FBI. It doesn't. It's okay to say that. It's such a toxic environment, it's hard to say it. But I have to say it because that is not just as a guy who, like you can say stuff and you say, okay, I'm gonna tell the truth. But I feel like it's my obligation to say that. I don't work for the GOP or the DNC. I work for Tim Black's Wolfpack. That's my squad. Those are my people. Team Black, Tim Black's Wolfpack. Those are the people that support this show. Those are the people I got to answer to. And whether we agree or disagree, whether you unfollow, whatever you do, I feel like in the long run, you'll come back, you'll say, you know what, I disagree with Tim on that, but I think in his heart he called it straight. I believe that you can make the argument, based on what I'm reading, that this person who represents the FBI, he worked for him. Lisa Page, the other person in the FBI, they worked there. You can't just say it means nothing. You just can't say, oh, it means nothing. If there was a corporation, and they said, we don't like Latinos, in a text message, like there are people to this day who will not buy Tommy Hilfiger because he said he didn't like that black people were wearing his clothes. That was 20 years ago. Did he mean all black people? I don't know. But what I'm saying is, if this was a corporation, if this was a person in a high-ranking position as in a company, would you need more to assume that there is bias and that he could have acted on that bias? Forget what he's supposed to not do. I don't care about what you're supposed. Yeah, I know you're not supposed to be biased. I know that. But we got evidence that just seems like in your private conversations, how is this different than the DNC emails? And once again, the Democratic Party don't even want to admit that this is horrible optically and that he has undermined the trust of the FBI. You can't get caught saying that. It's really how he felt, though. He never thought anyone else would ever see it. When your words get exposed, when you thought no one would ever see them, that's when you're the most honest. That's all I'm saying. And for Democrats to act like that's impossible, like that's a leap, like that would mean you are, like a person who conjures up crazy, outlandish ideas of the way things work. I don't like the idea that people pretend Like, just because you work somewhere, which is really what the FBI is. You work somewhere, then all of a sudden you're incapable of being a douchebag, a liar, a scumbag, or any other things that all the rest of like everyone else can be. Like if everybody, I just did a story about, what's his name? The guy from Papa John's, right? Scumbag, right? Oh, you think that's just him, huh? Oh, he's the only scumbag on the planet. Like, he's special. Because he feels like, hey, I should be able to talk how I want to talk, support what I want to support, and you think I'm bad, you should see how these real racists were 70 years ago. I mean, or 50 years ago. That's nothing. Like, that thinking, are a lot of people like that. That's what racism is. So when I hear people defend Strozak, like, oh, but he's the FBI, the FBI, blah, 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 it just falls on deaf ears with me because I know people are people. And I know we got good people everywhere. We got bad people everywhere. We got people that can be manipulated everywhere. And we got people, especially people in power, when you're in a powerful position, when you think your stuff don't stink. You can quickly jump into that where you think, well, we're going to make decisions for the people. They're too stupid. Like, the real talk, man, real talk, is I've worked in D.C. for a long time. I grew up in D.C. This is my home. I have never lived more than 20 miles from D.C. my entire life, okay? These people don't respect voters. And I know some of you know that already. Most of these people in government do not respect the people. They think you're too stupid to make up your own minds. You're too stupid to make your own decisions, and that they need to do it for you. This is a commonly carried belief by most of not just politicians, government officials, media, as in journalists. A lot of them think that. A lot of them think that. Meanwhile, they're the biggest manipulators of the people. And they'll say they do it for your own good. They're doing it for your best interest because you can't be, they look at grown people, taxpayers, they look at citizens of this country as if they are children. These people, this is what they do. This is how the majority, and you know what? This is not everybody. Everybody does not do this, okay? But a lot of them do this. A lot of them have this mindset. You may know some good people that work in government. You may know some good people in positions of power. If they're really good people and you talk to them and you have an honest conversation with them, ask them, is Tim Black right about that? You ask them. Look them dead in the eye and ask them. They'll tell you the truth. I'm dead on. I'm spot on. I've been here my entire life. I've worked with these people. I've been around these people. I know how they think. The majority of them. I know how these people think. They are arrogant, narcissistic. They look down on poor people. They look down on people with regular jobs just trying to make a living. They look down on voters. They look down on people who read newspapers. They look down on you. They look down on anybody who's not on their level financially. They look down on anybody who's not on their level, who are not in the government at their level. I mean, this is common. All right, I'm sorry, guys. So I believe that Peter Strozak, with all his contempt for Trump, my point is, I believe that not only he, I also believe his friends, his colleagues, maybe even his superiors could think, you know what? We need to save America from itself. We can't allow these people to make decisions. What else did he say, guys? God, I'm going to do a whole show on this, man. I haven't got through this stuff. So we just played the clip of Gohmert giving Strozak the business about his affair. And like I said, I don't agree with that. I think that's dirty pool right there. I think it's dirty pool. I'm not saying it shouldn't be brought up. I mean, it's got to be brought up. It's in his text messages. But to say, okay, this, therefore this, you know, people do stuff. All right. But you know, you got it. I'm sure Strozak came in knowing They've been only writing about it for 6 months. I'm sure he came in knowing it was going to be addressed. Mr. Strozak, visibly irked, insisted that he had always told the truth. Oh, God. He always told the truth? Really? No one's always told the truth. And shot back that Mr. Gomer's invocation of a family member who I've acknowledged hurting goes more to a discussion about your character and what you stand for, buddy. Bucko. That's Happy Days. Bucko. Republicans were intent on painting Strozak as seething with contempt for Mr. Trump and his supporters, and by implication, painting the agency's investigation of the president is motivated by animus. Look, you can put all of this, all of the insinuations, you can put all of it to bed by presenting evidence. There are people who will make their mind up once you present evidence. Who would, like me personally, I would go to look, I don't think they have the evidence. I just don't think they do, because I think they would have presented it long ago if they had it. That's what I believe. But if they presented it tomorrow, I would be one of the first people, unscripted, to come out and say they got him. I would do that. I would do that. I would have no problem doing it. Why not? That's how most of them. I would like to believe that's how most people think. But I know there are people who are just, that's our guy. Whatever they put out's a lie. I know it's people like that. That's gonna happen. But you can't just say, well, since Papadopoulos did this, then that means this. No, it doesn't. If it did, it would. If I felt it did, or if it did, okay, fine. But it doesn't. You can't just say, Michael Flynn did so therefore this. Nah, that's not how it works. You can't say, well, what about just bruh. Nah, you. All right. He thinks calling someone destabilizing isn't bias, said Representative Trey Godwee of South Carolina. Oh, he actually called Trump destabilized? He's going to destabilize the entire country. That doesn't mean anything bad. Sometimes when you destabilize a country, it's actually a good thing. Things need to be destabilized. I'm like, what do you want? In your Jerry Seinfeld voice, everything, and it was good. We were walking, but we couldn't stand up, and we were destabilized, and it was good. We enjoyed destabilization. Who the hell? How do you sell that one? Hey, Joy Reid, how you going to sell that one? Rachel, how are you selling that to people? Oh, he meant that in a good way. You think they bought it? Are they buying it? He thinks protecting the country from someone he hasn't even begun to investigate isn't bias. He thinks promising to stop someone he's supposed to be fairly investigating from ever becoming president isn't biased. God. Oh, see? Oh, shit. Did I just remove? I just accidentally removed that. Wow. Yeah, you're supposed to be investigating the guy. Man, I'm trying to tell you guys, the information age is a mother. Inspector General got this information. Look, he can't even blame Russia for putting it out. You can't blame WikiLeaks. You can't blame them. Inspector General got these text messages. Right? Right. I don't even know how you bring Russia into it. I mean, at least have some BS thing to throw against the wall. But that's a good point. You know, if you had people investigating you for anything, would you want them to already be like, this guy is disgusting, he's a pig, or he's horrible, or this woman's horrible? We got to stop her. But I'm gonna be fair though. I'm gonna be fair though. You like her? I can't stand her. She's garbage. But I'm gonna be fair. She's gonna get a fair shot. I'm gonna be fair. I'm being treated fairly. What? Just think she's repulsive. She repulses me. I detest her. As a human being, deep down, viscerally, every fiber in my body, everything is like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. But I'm going to treat her fairly. I'm going to treat her fairly. Yes, I is. Oh, God. All right. Let's try to go on, guys. Let's try to go on. My bad, guys. All right, so, God, what time is it? It's 10 o'clock. Let me bring in a call here. 347, did you want to talk, 347? Hold on one second, 347. 347, you're live.
I'm on the phone.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello?
I hear you. What's going on, guy?
Oh, this is Jacob from New York City.
What's on your mind, Jacob? Is it about
Can you hear
Strozak?
me? Well, I just wanted to, talk about several things. First of all, I think that people like you, like independent media, and myself, because I'm also doing it, we need to spend more time on the campaigns and on the candidates, interviewing them, also organizing the people on the ground to, like recruitment. We need to spend more time recruiting new people and to use the platform to do that, to educate people as to strategies and tactics. The other thing I wanted to mention was when you were talking about people who are stupid, people are not well informed. People have they need to have a certain sense of responsibility that, each person is responsible for what's happening. That includes they have to become well informed. So it's on the individual to do that. Now we can help them, but people have to do that. And that's the challenge, is to get people who don't care about politics, to get them involved. So the other thing is I wanted to say was what I'm doing here in New York. My proposal is to take over New York City.
Brother, we're talking about Peter Strozak. Okay, we're talking about something else tonight. We're not just going to talk about our own stuff. We're talking about the FBI, the testimony today. This is important. One hand you say you should be out and bringing on as many candidates as possible. People use your platform for whatever you want. I brought a lot of candidates on. But then you say we need to educate. Well, this is part of education. Talking about things that are going on in our world is a part of political education. And actually, it's campaigns' jobs. It's politicians' jobs to be out in the field alerting people to campaigns. That's their job. That's how people win elections, by actually getting out, doing grassroots work. That's their job. So I don't feel that's incumbent on me specifically to do that. I'm not running for anything. This is a media channel. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. I think it's disingenuous that that the Democratic Party won't just say it, man. I understand. You can't. This is the hard part about it. This is the hard part. Realistically, guys, it really is the hard part. It's not like if the Democrats play fair, the Republicans will. Get what I'm saying? Like, this is something that I had to kind of accept as part of the game, okay? Just because you play fair doesn't mean the other guy will. And we say, well, that saying they use now, when they go low, we go high. Nah, not all the time. And nowhere near as much as you show yourself to be going high. Like, if you really look, there's a lot of low going. A lot of low going by both parties a lot of time. It's just, do you have a media that will not talk about the low blows? Get it? Because, like, for instance, in a boxing match, if the ref doesn't call it, it's not a low blow if it ain't called it. I mean, it is a low blow, but it doesn't count as a low blow unless someone calls it. And what I'm saying, guys, is I see a lot less calls. Right? I see a lot less calls. So that's what I think. That's what I think. Let me fix this. I gotta fix this, guys. I have to fix it. It's only gonna take a second. All right, I had to fix it. All right, you guys get what I'm going at? Okay, so let's try to wrap this up, guys. Democrats accuse Republicans of attacking a veteran FBI agent to divert attention from Russia's effort to promote the election for Mr. Trump. There is a criminal investigation into the Trump campaign and possible crimes related to the election, involving collusion with the Russians, spies to sell out our democracy and hijacked our presidency, said Representative Hakeem Jeffries, a Democrat out of New York. My colleagues in the cover-up caucus don't like the criminal investigation, therefore they need to identify a villain. Mr. Strozak, tag, you're it. I am not saying that that's not part of it. Like, see, that's one of the things that people need to recognize, and I hope you guys do. Like, there is no good guy, bad guy. There's no good guy, bad guy. There are bad guy, bad guy. There could be bad guy, bad guy. There could be bad guy. There is no, this so, someone said it, like it's like the people that say you're a Trump collaborator. Just because I'm not concerned about Stormy Daniels. I'm not concerned about Stormy Daniels. Oh, if you don't support her, you support Trump. Nah, not necessarily. I mean, she's winning. She won. What are you talking about? She got paid. Now she's a stupid superstar. And she's making more money than she ever did in her life. And you're saying, I got to support her? No, I think she needs to support me. She's good. But back to this. We need to recognize that it's not binary. People are like, oh, if you do this, then you're this. Nah, man. Nah. So Strozak, he, of course, yes, Republicans are using him to deflect from possible. But you still have to prove the collusion. You still got to prove it. That's how you shut down their attempts to use Strozak as a fall guy for covering up their own BS, if that's the case. But you have to present the evidence. And so far, what I've been seeing is evidence on everybody but Trump. And that's... All right. So anyway, this was very interesting, guys. This is very interesting. Now, in fairness, let's say this. Let's say this before we go off to the next topic. Mr. Strozak said on Thursday that he deeply regretted the messages, but they did not amount to more than private political beliefs. He defended that particularly text at a late night, off-the-cuff message after then-candidate Trump insulted the immigrant family of a fallen war hero, Humayun Khan. My presumption, based on that horrible, disgusting behavior, was that the American population would not elect somebody demonstrating that behavior to be president of the United States. He added that a broader look at this text would show disparaging remarks toward all candidates in the 2016 campaign. And see, and that right there is important. That part right there. Has anyone from Fox News or Breitbart said, hey, he had text messages that were negative about Hillary too, and Gary Johnson, and Jill Stein, and Bernie Sanders, and Ted Cruz, and Benjamin Carter? Like, has anyone on the right, has Ben Shapiro, right? Have these guys, have all these guys, have they said that? Have they said it? It's kind of important. Now we're getting to it. I am tempted. I am tempted, man. Is that out there? YouTube, is that information out there? Is it out there where anybody can get to it, where we can do some actual deep diving on this ish? Ben Shapiro, Glenn Beck, Stephen Crowder, and Rush Limbaugh are fake conservatives. They're devil's advocate liberals who have helped spawn the modern progressive movement. Lemming Kinney. Zieg is spewing Democratic bullshit. Those people weren't being investigated for collusion. James Wagner. Trump may be included in with them. Russia is not an enemy, says Don Hooligan. Explain reality when the Russians don't just say it and walk away, says PGTMR2. What I'm saying is, are there text messages where he is just as critical about Hillary Clinton, for instance? That would put a whole different spin on it. And see, here's the thing. This is the thing. I don't know, right? But if I did know, you know. Because that's a good question. That's a good point. And the fact that he said it, I think it means there are text messages from him. Now he could be making it up, but that'd be easily fact checkable, right? All right. So anyway, guys. Gosh, I'm pumped up. I'd like to know, guys. So look, Facebook, maybe you guys know. It's possible that somebody on Facebook knows about this. Olga Chanel says there's an NSA agent sitting in jail because she shows the truth to the reporter. Is that that young lady that the Intercept? Is that the young lady from the Intercept? Hey, Colleen, how you doing? Young lady from the Intercept? Look, I think this is important, guys. I understand. I tell you, man, we want to build out something, man. We need to build out better media, bigger media. We need people. We really do. If I could hire somebody and actually pay them, you know what I mean? Because we need to be consistent. We need to get to the bottom of shit like this. Like, frankly, we really need to. We need to get to the bottom because that's huge. I'm sure Lee Camp is on this. I'm going to stay on this. Sometimes I get a little intimidated by events that you really need to do a lot of digging because I'm so short on time. One man editor, one man show shooter, one man's, research team, one man's everything, promoter, one man, then I'm out on the road, then I'm doing shows. It's like I get a little intimidated because I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I'm going to have the time to devote to find out. But I tell you guys, this is important. We need to spend the time. And if you have time to help dig through that OIG report, that would be amazing. Because, look, I want you to know on any story, I don't care what it is, I don't have an agenda. I do not have an agenda. You can go places. Look, I'm so committed to not having an agenda. There are times I know I'm going to report something, and I know it's going to piss off my people that I love, man. I know that. But I'm so committed because I don't want to be... Look, this is how I look at it, right? I look at it like, once I start doing this, can't say that or people won't like me. Can't say that or the numbers will go down. Can't say that or you're going to lose this, you're going to lose that. Once you start doing that, you'll never stop doing it. Once you start doing that, you will never stop doing it. And now, you're not a truth teller anymore. There are people that others respect in independent media. And I'm going to tell you this. Who have said, well, you know what? What you need to do is just don't insult them by, don't insult these people. Just be careful. You don't got to cover everything, I was like, what? What? Damn, man. Really, that's how we do? That's what you do. To them, it's just business. Don't say it. You might piss off people. Do you know you won't? Like, dude, if you start doing that, I had a corporate gig before. I had to do stuff I didn't like doing. That made me feel bad. Made me feel not good about myself. I don't want to do this. I'm trying to live my dream, man. My dream is not to be a sellout. Come on now. God damn it. All right, let me shut up about this. All right, so guys, send it to tim@timberlaketv.com if you have information about this investigation. I think that's important. I think it's important to get to the bottom of it if you can. My Emmett Till video, I won't go into it here because I've already burnt through an hour. I'm just going to tell you guys, one of the exasperating parts about the Emmett Till story, 1955, 14-year-old boy is kidnapped from his family's home in Mississippi because a wife of one of the attackers said to her husband, this black boy whistled at me. And this is the South, and you don't whistle at white women. So he was kidnapped. He was tortured, finally shot, and thrown in the Tallahatchie River. And a lot of people say that his death brought on the civil rights movement, that he was a catalyst for change to really happen. And Dave Chappelle, he talked about it in his recent Netflix special. He did an amazing job, very inspirational job, I should say, of highlighting that issue and also doing it in a way that we could all take something from it. So now they've reopened this case. This case is 63 years old. It was closed as recently as 2007 because the statute of limitations. So I don't know how it's open now. If in 2007 it was too late, how is it not too late now? But they say there's been new information that was released in a book in 2008. Carolyn Dundan, the woman who caused this whole mess. Donahue or Donadon or something. She caused this whole mess by lying to her husband. Well, she didn't cause it. I don't think she said go kill a kid. I mean, she had to know. She had to know something was going to happen. She's still alive. Now, both the attackers are dead. They've never served a day in jail. They were acquitted. Nothing. Here's my point, guys. I said on Twitter, and I was pretty vexed. I was like, we got current cases going on that need to be addressed. We got Tamir Rice. We got Stephon Clark. We got John Crawford. We got Sandra Bland. We got all these cases. We got Laquan McDonald. We have all these cases that I feel should be addressed. And we're digging back here for a Pyrrhic victory on a case where the people that killed the young man are already deceased. I want to take that back. I want to say there are descendants of, first of all, the woman who caused it, who admits that he never did what she said he did, he being Emmett Till. She's still alive. She's in her 80s, but she's alive. I have no problems with her dying in the jail cell. In fact, I'm real cool with it. I think that would be fine. That'd be great. She could die in a jail cell. I don't care if you're 80 and you're only going to live another 6 months. Not to live your last 6 months with your family, that would suck, and that would be good for her. But also, there are people who are related to Emmett Till who would like justice. They deserve justice. And there are people connected to this. And they probably agree that they would, that aren't directly connected to it, but they are connected. Like my mom, she was like 10 when this happened. She might say, "Oh, that's old news. We know what they did to that boy. They killed that boy. That's why, my mom is from New York, but she also lived down south and went right back to New York because of stuff like this. Because it's happened. I mean, how many people can you lynch before people start leaving the South? A lot of people left the South. That's why they live in the cities. My point is this. Those people, though they would say, we should focus on some current stuff, they would also be like, glad you got him. Glad you got him. Get him. But let's focus on this. But glad you got him. So I just want you to know, I think I called it kind of funny. Like, it was a tweet, right? But I want you to know that I feel strongly that justice, no matter when it's given, should be given. Those who can be brought to justice should be brought to justice, regardless of when it happened. If for no other reason, for people to understand what took place, the actual record, for the record to be corrected, I think that matters. I think it's short-sighted of me to be like, yo, since we got this going on, we shouldn't worry about that. I don't think that's right. Because everything that's happening now is going to be in the past. It's going to be in the past at some point. Justice is justice. Right is right. Guilty is guilty. Handle that business. All right, guys. I'm going to leave the Sarah Palin thing alone. I'll do a video on it. Sarah, Cohen, Borat dude, Sasha Cohen made fun of Sarah Palin and some other people, pretending to be people he weren't, and they brought it. And it's funny. It's hilarious. And I could do a fun video on it. And, yeah. That's it, people. Look, tomorrow's Freedom Friday. Once again, the phone lines will open. You'll get to call in, and that's when you call in and talk about whatever you want. But during the week, we stay on topic. That's all I ask. During the Tuesdays, we're going to open phone lines unless we have a guest. On Thursday, we're going to open phone lines. We go back to phone lines. It makes it easier for me, and people also get to express themselves more often, which is what I think is important. With my increased production schedule I'm trying to go into, I really need your help to make this show the best show it can be. So call up and be a part of the show tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here. All right? All right, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. And until we meet again, look, I'm everywhere you are. I'm Real Tim Black on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on justinform.com, a new social media site. I'd love for you to join us there. We need each other in this. Everybody doesn't have to have the same role. We can have different roles. Let's work towards a common good. I love you guys. I'll see you later. And remember, become a Patreon, a member of this show. It's real easy to do. It's any amount you would like to, to give to the show to keep it going. And you go to patreon.com, Tim's Take Live, and I am out of here, guys.
Tim Black.
Thank you, Periscope, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and Blog Talk Radio.
True.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black.